Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Cynthia. In today's tutorial, we'll be drafting out this Victorian corset you're seeing here. It's been long I really want to do this, but I just decided to share with us today. Okay, so if this is your first time of coming to this channel, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Sorry, this is the first cutting tutorial we are doing for the year. Please stay tuned and make sure you don't go anywhere. Alright, so I'll be using my paper, my pattern paper, to cut this out. So, and then I will be transferring it back to the fabric I'll be using. So these are the measurements I'm working with. So right now I'm going to start. I'm going to leave like starting. Before I start up, I'm going to leave like 4 inches on top. 4 inches. I'll start from 4 inches, and I'm going to rule that 4 inches line. You'll see the reason why I did that. Now, if you look at the corset you are making, the picture there, you discover that it has something like a V on top of the bust area. So that is what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to achieve. Okay, but you can decide to draft out both your basic body and everything together, but I'm going to just show you how to do it. So now for this corset, I will be minusing this is looking like an off shoulder, but it's going to have a yoke on it, so minusing 6.5 inches from my, I'm going to be minusing 6.5. Okay, let's minus 6 inches from the off shoulder. Don't worry, I'll tell us when to use this 4 inches. All right, so from there I'm going to get my bust point at 10 inches. Then my under bust is 16 inches. All these markers are just crying. All right, so I'll be adding extra 4 inches for my waistline. All right, 1 2 3 4, and then I would want it to though it's a gown I'm making, I would want the remaining part to enter inside the skirt, inside the gown, so that I can be able to what, cover up, snatch my waist area very well. So remember, it's a Victorian corset. So right now I'm going to take the length of the top at 27 inches. Okay, take it at 27 inches. Then the hip is 24. All right, so the length is 27, and then I'm not adding any allowance. Okay, so this is it. So the armhole I'm working with is 8 inches, so we just rule up the lines. I hope you see it well. So these are bust points, and then this is our under bust. This is the waistline. I'm using 4 inches today, and then this is the hip line, and then this is the length. This is the length, and then I'm adding end point, and this is our armhole. This is the bust points, under bust, waist, hip, and blouse length, or the length. All right, blouse length. So now next you should get is the nipple to nipple. I'll be using 5 inches for the nipple to nipple. Remember, 5 inches for my nipple to nipple. So I'll just take it down 5 inches. Now this video is going to be divided into two. We'll do the cutting aspects today, and then the sewing aspects we'll do it in our next video. All right, so now I'm going to come to the under bust, which is here. I'll take um, my darts. So here I'll be taking 1.5 inches, and then here I'll take 1 inch. So I'll carry it down to meet my length, and take this one down to meet also the length. All right. Okay. So here, this is the bust point. Remember, I'll be coming down with 1.5. Okay, so I can connect my darts. And then I'll connect this. And then I'll come to the upper side. I took 1.5 here. I'll be taking 1.5 here also. And then here, I'll be taking 1 inch inwardly. So I'm going to connect. And then we'll take it from here. Okay. So I'll just try to smoothen it so that it look nice. All right, so this is it. Now, it's time to draw the line we have here. I'm going to still do that, but let's finish up with so the next is to get my the neck part. All right, I want the neck part now, so I'm going to come down with just 1 inch. So I'll connect it to this place. Okay, so I need to connect also into the armhole. So now I'm going to check what my shoulder is. The shoulder I'm working with is 16 inches divided by 2. I have 8 inches. So my 8 inches is somewhere around here. So I'll carry it down. But before I do that, remember there's some allowance. I took out, put it back. So I'm going to take this line to meet my armhole line. All right. I'm supposed to square this way, but remember it's an off shoulder, so I'll just allow it to come down. So just allow it to come down. Okay, so this is it. Now, the reason why I left this place, if you look at the top, it came somehow up immediately from this place. So I'm going to come up with 4 inches around there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this my nipple to nipple line. Hope you are seeing it. I'm going to extend my nipple to nipple line. So once I extend it, I am going to come in this way, and then we'll come in this way. So let's use something like a curve. Okay, let's go straight first, then we'll come in. All right, so now I'm going to look for a way to smoothen that area so that it doesn't look sharp. Okay, that it doesn't look sharp. This one will have to go in this way since it's going into the armhole. Let's go again. Okay. Sorry, just play around with your French curve until you get what you want. All right. So I want here to come up a little, and then I'll take it into the armhole. All right, so I'll just go in this way. Okay, so you can see how it's looking. All right, so now I'm going to take my what, my measurements. You can see it came up and then went in. All right, so if you want it sharper than this, you can still what, go up. And if you want it to come down more, remember it was 6 inches we collected. It was 6 inches. I came down with 1 inch. All right, I wouldn't want to expose my client's bust much, so that's why I use 7 inches. All right, so now the bust I'm going to be working with, I'm working with bust of 46 divided by 4. I should have around um 11.5. So the underboss I'm working with, I'm not touching, because I really want the waist to snatch very well. The waist I'm working is 44. I will minusing 4 inches from this waist, all right, because I want it to snatch very, very well. So I'll just forget everything about the underboss. I'll just go to the waist. The waist is 44 minus 4. We have 40. So 40 divided by 4, we have 10. Sorry, I'll get the underboss, then we'll take it down. All right, so the underboss I'm working with is the underboss is 40 divided by 4, we have 10 inches. Okay, so whatever I have on, I will not touch the waistline. What I have on the underboss, I'll just carry to meet what, the hip, and then the length of the what, the length of my blouse, or the length of the top I am making. I really want this to snatch very well, so I will not be touching the waist. The waist is 44, the underbust is 40, so I really want it to snatch like minus 4 inches. I know you understand what I'm saying. I really want it to snatch like up to minus what, minus 4 inches. So um I'm going to just come to the hip side. Now the hip of my client is 56 divided by 4, um we have 13. So I'll put 13 inches here. So this is 13 inches. Okay, so the length of the blouse, I'll still put the 13. Let's put it 13 inches. Let's put it there. So this is the 13 inches. Okay, so this is the 13 inches. Now I'm going to add an allowance of just 1 inch. All right, so we are going to do this now. Now the chest and the bust is actually the same thing, so I'll just carry this particular bust line I have here. I'll carry it up. Okay, so let it be there. So I'll start doing what, start connecting my work. Okay, now there was a mistake here, not really a mistake. Remember, there's some darts we collected, so these darts, let's put it back. We have 2.5 inches. I'll put it back plus 1 inch allowance. Okay, so we have 3.5. It should be the same thing with this because it's the same dart, so we'll just put back all the darts. 1 2, we have 1 2 2.5 plus 1, that's 3.5, so we'll put it back. So here we're going to connect it. Okay, So I've just connected it. Remember, it's just 1 inch allowance. Remember to put your dart allowance, all right? So this is the dart we collected. This is the allowance. So I've just added it back. So now I'm going to cut this off, and then we'll cut out the back, all right? And then now for this particular dress, it's going to have a yoke, okay? So you can decide to, don't worry, during the sewing, I'll show you how to go about the yoke and all that. But first of all, let's get this first, and then we'll talk about the yoke. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out, and then we'll do the back side. I won't be needing this for the back side. So what I'm going to do is I'll just trace out the line starting from here. You remember, we'll trace it out starting from this place. Remember, we don't need that for the back. We don't need this. So we'll just trace it out. Or we can just cut out. So I'm going to place it this way. If you've seen a video on how to do a bustier, all right, we just cut out, okay? Now this gown is not going to have a zip. It's going to have rope on the back. So there won't be any need of adding zip allowance. But if you want it to have zip, you can just add 2 inches for your zip allowance, all right? You add 2 inches for zip allowance, then you cut. But since it's not going to have zip allowance, we'll just cut it out. So let me show you how to do the cutting. All right, so let's cut. I'm going to end it here. Remember the back ended there, so I'll cut out the front now. So I took only the front parts, so don't be afraid, okay? So let's set this part, this one's aside. Now I'm going to finish up the front part, and then we'll go to the back part. So this is for the front part, so you can see this is the back part. Now I'll still place it that way. Remember the first line, the first initial nipple to nipple line. So that's where I'm going to cut from. I'll cut it from there. Okay. So I'll just set this side so that now for the back side, I'm going to be minusing 2 inches from it, all right? You can minus 1 inch, but we'll minus 2 inches from it. Minus 2. So this is the back side. So we have the back side. This is the back side. I'll set it aside. Then I'll come to the front. I'm going to come to the front. I'll cut out all the darts. I'll cut out the darts in the front. I'll end it here. I'll cut this one too. And I'll end it here. Now I was supposed to extend this dart upward, but we are going to leave it that way, all right? And then I'm going to just join it that way. When we start joining, you understand it more better. So I'll just go ahead and cut my mesh. So this is it. I'll cut out the back. So I'll open up this one. I'll slit it. And then I'll cut off this. So once I'm done with this one, I'm going to cut out the lace parts.
Now on that lace parts, you can decide to cut out your lace exactly the way you did for your mesh and place it on top of it, all right? Or you can decide to finish sewing the mesh, then drape it on top of the words of the clothes, depending what you actually want. All right, so I actually wanted to drape this on the net, but I changed my mind. So I changed my mind on what I want to do. So the reason why I'm explaining this is because I want you to really understand. So you could cut out the lace the exact way you did for the mesh, or you could leave it that way, or you can finish sewing and place on top of it, whichever one you choose to do. All right, so I really want to think about this very well before I cut, but I'm just trying to explain so that you can decide to do whichever one you really want. All right, so I think I've come to the end of the tutorial. All right, so in our next class it's going to be the sewing. All right, it's going to be the sewing aspect. So please, if you are new and if this is the first time of you coming to this channel, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. All right, I am going to see you again in my next class. My name is Cynthia. Bye.